see what they try to do here in the first round. Player 2 with the life lead. Time to sit on the lead. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. Strings it all together. Taking stock.
Underhand slap.
Experiencing burnout. Gets him. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jumping. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Burnout activates. Scrapping it out up close. Player 1 rising uppercut. Good old slap. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. A super art? They're going for the super art? Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Are we gonna... What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Next, the counter. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return.
Hold up, it's the final bout. Pack it up. This match.
With a slight lead, will they capitalize? Gets the corner swing.
It might be some time for payback.
What are they gonna do?
Okay, nobody blink.
Noticeable light. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation?
Turns out. 100 hands.
Getting up close? Are you kidding me?
Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Poses him. Good old slap. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Decides to go in with the target combo. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes.
100 hands.
Experiencing burnout. KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Awesome! Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 1 brushes turn. Player goes for the level 1 super. Going in, brings the impaler. Scrapping it out up close. Overhead, but it won't work. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Sees the overhead coming. They're going for the super art. Flatline zone. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Ooh, is it time to finally bring out the business character?
As I command the stage.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all taking a minute.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
The pleasure is mine. My pleasure.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Put one in the pocket. Decides to buff up while they can. Burnout is triggered. Not shy with the grab. Neither of them willing to back off here. Throws them to negate the block. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Both players all out of drive gauge. The throw missed in there. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. The Condor Wind added a bit of juice to that attack. Player one will look to a Tomahawk Buster. What'll happen here? Player two in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Manes Duare for the long game return. Big time whip. Hugs nothing but air. No, this will break them. Thrown Quan takes them off their feet. One leg is on. It's too much. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
Chino, as I command the stage.
Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist.
I live for family.
Strifing and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I did my part. They like, keep on going, cause you got heart. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward. Highly motivated, they try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you're not supposed to make it. The opportunities arise, so I gotta take it. Too many people in my corner, so I gotta make it. I'm in it for the love of winning, spot of all the hatred. They gon' say what they gon' say regardless. Not afraid to feel.
Now that our fighters have chosen their characters, it's time to go. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who is going to come out on top in this fight?
Give me your best shot!
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Opts for the throw. An aggressive attack. Still slugging it out here. Knockdown. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Goes with a save, charges forward. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. They need to rely on their instincts. KO! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Jumps, brushes that off and keeps going. Confirm on the impact. Not a counter, but they'll take it. Player two, burnout activates. Smart play with the throw. Going in, charges forward. Player going on the offensive. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. This is a good spot to use the super. Going for the conclusive kill with that super. What a move! There it is! They knew it'd be enough. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Is a bit more seriously?
Final round. Fight.
Who's going to steal this win? Player two is in a very good spot. Super art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Devote all that meter to the goddess of the hunt. They're about to get a big knockout kiss. Ooh! Target combo into. Are they going to be able to come back and big time whip? That's gonna leave them rattled. Grounds them from above. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. No one could have caught that.
Manon
Player
wins.
one has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Buy some time to switch up the pace.
I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure.
Make way
But
for
life
the
can try
ninja
me, I
star!
learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill no more blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. Practice makes
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making a mess.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Showtime, baby!
You call, I answer.
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Shows the overhead. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Takes a trip. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Very solid corner switch. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Rolling Soba. Player 1 finishes with the throw. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to... keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. They gotta make sure not to splurge with that drive gauge and leave themselves vulnerable. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Feeling out the spacing. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Blocks the overhead. Knockdown and uses the target combo as a fill. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Jump! There's the chase. Uses the gauge for a super art. Going in. Player 2 in there. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Bust out the maracas! Yo, you gonna play that game?
Let's get it on!
Doesn't pass up the chance for an SA charge with speedy maracas.
Both fighters are standing firm with plenty of health remaining.
Let's get it on!
They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Time to reassess the situation? Saw an opening to bust out the maracas. Super arts on... Deck for both fighters. How they apply super art? Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business.
And it is on! Vagabond exit and eats it! Protect your neck!
Oh, here we go. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation.
can expect some major from Go out of sight. Tricky hidden variable. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Spins it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Good presence of mind to pull the quick flatlines on. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time. For that run back.
Into the air off the just cool.
Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes?
Hits them with a vagabond edge.
Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Risky up-close slap still going.
Oh, burnout activated.
KO. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Had the radar, adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage.
Comes crashing down on them with some Crucian beats.
Crucian beats assaults them from the air. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Spends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without uses the gauge for a super art. Jumps in. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Experience closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Protect your neck.
Rolling Soba.
Yeah.
shows a medium kick. Player 2 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Out of range, relatively safe. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out, experiencing burnout. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Halfway through this round. Rips the slasher out. They decide to take a breather to regroup. There's a burnout. Player 1 with a lead. Will they go for offense or defense? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 1 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Air slasher. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Fires without warning. Turns out. They are not getting close to each other. Player 1 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? We're down to 10 here. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. The round ends as time expires. Did we just witness some high-level scouting there? Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Until I fall, boy, give it my all, boy.
Another mission awaits.
Boy, the time has come, the bell is rung. No weekends here, you know that I'm a star, boy. My blood, sweat, and tears. I've been struggling for years.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
They ain't built them like me. Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Beginning operation.
Hope you're ready. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Goes for the surprise rush in. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Goes to the overdrive. Learn how to drive. Both fighters planning something? Sonic boom. Risky.
It's a good spot to use the super.
They quick draw super hard incoming. KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Open, crowns them from above.
Somersault. Somersault.
Backing things in their favor with solid punches.
Nice fireball. Getting up close and personal. Player one needs to use their drop and whiff. They're wide open. This can lead to some big damage. They are done. Player two has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Uses their drive gauge. Risky up-close scrap still going. Box him with a target combo. Porter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup? Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player one in trouble with no drive. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. In there! Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Who's going to start things off? Jumps up, delivers the pain right to their doorstep. From upstairs, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Knockdown and... Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Flicks out the blade to creep up. Not much movement, but the thinking, will this super art do anything? The super doesn't hit. Just goes for it at this range. What now? Player one has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. A real test of burns out. What's next? Flatline zone. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
Opens with a jump in? Who's going to steal this win? Player two didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Which fighter will control the pace of the match early on? Player one will look to apply pressure. Just goes for it at this range. They both have full drive gauges to work with. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. Nice read with a cannon spike. What cannon spike? Crowns them from above. Oh, he's stacking things in their favor with solid punches. They can't make any mistakes here if they want any chance of winning. Sonic Blade to steal a turn. Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. A real Are you kidding me? Player one comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Burnout activates. Player one has a slight life lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Player one, in that dangerous burnout state, trips him up. Player one has used up all of their drive hits. Knockdown. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Very critical point of the match with full drive gauge available. Drop their eye on the air. Ends with a projectile. Player two on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Who's going to start things off? Box him with a target combo. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Medium kick hits. Going in.
Back knuckle!
They're going for the super art. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Okay, there's the burnout.
Player 1 can't use any. Yo, raw super here.
What Trouncil just closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Open sets up with the jump in. Will this super art do anything? Raw super art incoming. A jump in?
Nothing stops this train.
Leading instantly to some big damage.
Adds a bit of OG spice to it.
Those fighters need to get some. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, what a smart blow. They've got about half life left. Oh, here we go. What are they gonna do? A jump?
Cannon spike.
They've been keeping a full drive gauge in their pockets, but they gotta pull it out.
It is over.
Player 1
Has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage.
Back to the character select screen. Seems to be more to settle their nerves than anything else.
Sure thing. Let's dance.
Shall we begin then?
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight!
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Puts one in the pocket. Finds the time to squeeze in above. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Can they outlast it? Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. What did they think? Both sides have full drive and plenty of health. Let's see how things open up. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Definitely answers the air attack. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Okay, creating some space here. Decides to buff up while they can. Recovers from burnout. Feeling out the spacing. Neither fighter is willing to back down from this exchange. Takes a trip. 3 volts, experiencing burnout. Hits him with his free flow. Gets him. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Immediate jumping. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 was kept on their toes all round and didn't utilize their drive gauge efficiently. You may see them pay a bit more attention to that as we head into the next round. Time to reassess the situation? Out of range. Relatively safe. They're both driveless. This is gonna get Devil Song. They gotta go for it while they're dropped. Wow, that's some big-time damage there. Fires off into Nova. Drink level max out. Sets up with the jump in. To Nova. What a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Fight! Getting tipsy with the devil inside.
Gets a risky buff in. 3-volt ices him. Both players will need to keep tabs on their SA gauge. Resource management is the key to winning.
Player 1 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Both fighters have a full drive gauge on deck. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. One of a kind. Happy hour! Yo, cut that boy off! He's had too much! Target combo into... Jump! Change of plan!
Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the dog? What a finish! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Getting tipsy with the devil inside. Still very early in the round. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. That attack landed for a counter hit. Did this super art connect? Uses the gauge. Can this super art set things into motion? Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. And a dive counters with the knee jab. Nice read. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive games, but they still have enough life left to take the round if they play smart. This is a prime opportunity to end things, but they decide to play it safe? Player KO! Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Round 2. Fight.
3-volt? Gutsy play with the grab. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impact. Grabs them with the embrace. Was hungry for the grab. Both fighters planning something? Baits them and goes in for the hug. Player 2 is dominating this match. One chance here may end this match. Perfect KO. They were in full control there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Elite sets up with the jump in.
Grabs him with the break in.
Can they make the most of this? Swagger step. Jump. This is gonna hurt. Here comes the corner pressure. Not in range for the throw.
Grounds him from above. Chokes him and takes a swing.
Oh, they took the hit. Player 2 has a full twist and leads to some big damage. What's next? Closes it out.
Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making a mess.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A-game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Player 2 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. What's the play here? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. Goes for the super arm, going wild for Shout of Earth KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Are we going to see some fireworks here? Stops the attack by using a drive parry. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Jumps up, takes them all the way to the corner with that. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Player 1 can't use any drive moves but springs forward with the drive rush. Burnout activates. Side switch in the corner. In with a backstep roll. Backs away. Charges forward. Backstep rolling attack. Shinku Hadouken. What'll happen? He's going on the offensive? They're going wild with Shadow. I'm getting educated with the counter. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Will they use their drive to break through or to turn up the heat? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. Goes for an overhead. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Life lead opens up. Neither fighter is willing to back down KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Good distance for a shot. Still slugging it out at this range. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Here comes using their drive game. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Took them to the corner in a flash. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Super art on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Amazing! Medium kick into. Pokes with a kick. Overhead. Getting up close and personal. Nice fireball. Player 2 needs to use their drive moves to have any chance of a comeback. A single hit, the projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. Player 1 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. Buy some time to switch up the pace.
Allow your God to guide you.
All right, now that our fighters have chosen their characters, it's time to go.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all taking a minute.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin. Prepare yourself. Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checks with the projectile. Both sides looking for an opening. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player 1 has used up all of their drive gauge. Long, dangerous turn. Easy to get tagged at this range. All right, what's coming up next? No more drive gauge. Taking stock. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Tries to keep the pressure, experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? They need to rely on their instincts here. Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. That was a well-placed projectile. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Overdrive Hadouken. Are we going to see some fire? Burnout activates. Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. We have one player in burnout state, which means they'll have to continue the fight temporarily without using any drive-reliant moves. Player 1 can build, experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Burnout activates. Yoga fires it. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game.
Yoga fire!
So, there's a burnout. Okay, here we go. They decide to take a breather to regroup.
They're using a fireball to force a reaction!
Doing some quick planning?
Oh, kisses the fireball! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight.
Open with the fireball! Who will come out on top in this final round?
Lets off a yoga fire. Lots of watching from far that round. But is it all about to change?
Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize?
There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight.
Oh, putting the cherry on top. Nice fireball. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. They're in the corner. This may change the match. Fireball pressure. Trying to wear down the opponent. Gets it the perfect fireball rate. This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. They've been keeping a full drive gauge in their pocket, but they gotta pull it out sooner or later. They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Down to the front. Are you kidding me? Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game.
No way we could have called that.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that rundown. Yoga fire to turn up the heat.
Uses the fireball to try and get a reaction. Fires without warning. Time's the only thing moving here. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Who's gonna make a move? Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Who's going to break the silence first? Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Both players have near empty super art gauges. Whoever can build theirs up first may have a big advantage here. Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Okay, both fighters have taken a long step back. They're both looking to reassess the fight. All right. Player 2 has the life lead. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Taking stock. The battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Knockdown. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. There's only 20 seconds remaining. Not much time left in this round. All right, what's coming up next? Teleport! That's gonna rattle them. There's only 10 seconds left. This is the final push. Keeps them guessing with a yoga arch. We're near the end of the round. Both fighters have full. The fighters are out of time. It happens, though, when the fighters are evenly matched. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Projectile to try and change the situation. Player 1 had an impressive round when managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Can they stop this life lead from getting bigger? There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Time to reassess the situation? Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Yoga fire. Looks like they both want to stay out of the pit, experiencing burnout. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. A quick breather. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Are they going to be able to keep going on the offensive? KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Back to the character select screen. Seems to be more to settle their nerves than anything else.
You know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant.
Make way for the
And I'ma
ninja
live
star.
forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I did my part. They like, keep on going, cause you got heart. They know that I'm not stopping.
Make way for the ninja star.
Highly motivated, they try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you're not supposed to make it. The opportunities arise, so I gotta take it. Too many people in my corner, so I gotta.
These two fighters are looking more than ready to lock horns.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
On the scene. You call, I answer.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? What are they thinking here? Still slugging it out here. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Buy some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. The anchor takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Spends it on the super art. Knight's lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive moves. Did this super art connect? Heading into the end game now, Crucian Beats assaults them from the air. Will that KO? Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Hits him with a vagabond edge. Tries to catch him out with the arch step. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. Overhead neck hunter. Knockdown and player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Scrapping it out up close. Not much life left. Will this super art do anything? Comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beat. They're thinking of scoring big off this hit overhead attack. Protect your neck. Amazing flatline zone. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight. Round. Fight.
Vagabond Edge connects. Hits them with a backup super art. Hits them from above with the Bushin beat. Bushin beats assaults them from the air. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2 has the super gauge and goes out of sight. Player 2 with the rip. No! This'll break them. Risky hit is variable. Super art to show up what a PhD in fighters can do for you. Amazing. Raw super art incoming. Cooks up some hot and spicy damage with the Bushin beats. Player 2 can't let this. There's a burnout. Oh, here we go. Are you kidding me? Player 2 showed they are truly the best of the best. Buy some time to switch up the pace.
Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like I can fight them all, boy. The time has come, the bell is rung. No weekends here, you know that I'm a star, boy. With my blood, sweat, and tears. I've been struggling for years. I'm saying I'm one of a kind, and
I'm
they
ready.
ain't build them like me. Vision myself a champion, one day I might be. Proud of what I see from the man in the mid. A real freedom fighter, got a problem with the deal. Everybody know that I always keep it real. I fall down, I get up, I keep pushing still. They recognize I'm a champion.
Make way
I
for the
did it all,
ninja
even
star.
what they say can't be done. I wear my stripes proud, I raise my flag high, and I'ma stay free till the day I die. I've been a failure, I've been a success. I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned my lessons. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man. Practice makes perfect,
All right,
and I'm
I'm
already
ready.
a veteran. I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet after I fell down. Always ready for a fight, never back down. At this point, I'm fighting for pride, I'm fighting for life. Reputation on the line, so I'm fighting for mine. You ain't gotta really like me, but you must respect me. I'm saying, if they ever try to check me, I ain't gonna let them wreck me. The pain remains. Gotta remind myself where I came from and represent. The struggle made the realest man you ever met.
I know.
Isn't it evident? Ain't stopped before, not planning on stopping now. Survivalist, heroic as a tigress. Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strife and struggling. Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I did my part. They like, keep on going cause you got hard. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward. Highly motivated, they try to say I'm overrated. If you from where I'm from, you're not supposed to make it. The opportunities are right.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
You call, I answer.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Still slugging it out here. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Goes for the command grab. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Reads them. Player 2 pushes the opponent with this super art connect. Their super art gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big factor in how this match plays out. Will that super be the turning point? The big play does it. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Hits him with a vagabond egg.
Goes for the super art? How will this impact things? Reads them. Risky a super art? Oh, got too eager. A quick breather. Their life is
That's gonna leave him rattled. There's no escaping that.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Oh, talk about overextending. Waltzes in there and sweeps them off their feet. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Lots of aggression from both sides. All right, takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Knockdown. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Nice Manes Dore, getting those throws all pumped up.
Hits him with a vagabond edge.
KO! Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Reads the command grab. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. A super art comes crashing down on them with some Bushin Beats. Bushin Beats assaults them from the air. Can they keep on him? That's a counter. Are they going to be in there? Player 1 took no time to finish that fight.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Nice Manes Dore, getting those throws all pumped up. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Will this super art connect? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. The big play does it. 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, talk about overextending. Who's going to start things off? Goes for the super art? Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Hits him with a vagabond egg. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Going in, goes in with the arabesk. Risks big time whip. Life lead is the... No! This will break him! No escaping that! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Next up, stage selection. So, who will our fighters select?
Gotta make my own highlights. It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know
I'll show you the power of my tongue.
Oh boy, give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like I can fight them all, boy. The time has come, the bell is run. No weekends here, you know that I'm a star, boy. My blood, sweat, and tears. I've been struggling for years. I'm saying I'm one of a kind and they ain't built up like me. Vision myself a champion, one day I might be. Proud of what I see from the man in the mid. A real freedom fighter, got a problem with the fear. Everybody know that I always keep it real. I fall down, I get up, I keep pushing still. They recognize I'm a champion. I did it all, even what they say can't be done. Wear my stripes proud, I raise my flag high, and I'ma stay free till the day I die. Survivalist.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 with a super art connect. KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and they're going for the super art. Player 2 can build off this lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. It'll be interesting to see how they decide to fill up their super art gauges here. Reaches out with a lightning kick. Player 2 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a flatline though. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Don't underestimate me.
Fight. Round. Fight.
They are letting it fly from the get-go!
Let's off a Yoga Fire. Zones with the fireball. Player 1 with Slick Drive gauge control. Is this in the bag? Yoga Fire to turn up the heat. Player 2 with a slight lead. Will they capitalize? Catches them out. Lightning kick. Player 2 has the super gauge advantage. Carries them all the way. Will this super art do anything? What now? Oh man, this is a scary range. Poses them with a kick. Noticeable life lead. It is over. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that good though. Peppers them with a lightning kick. Reaches out with a lightning kick. Big counter. Okay, they trade hit. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 1 creates a good hook, takes a big gamble and gets it.
Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
That's all for grilling time.
That's a Yoga Inferno Rip.
Now, can they finish the job?
Player 2 can build off this lead. Yoga Fireball. Long-range fireballs to break the silence.
You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range.
Hold your breath. Perfect KO. They were in full control there. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this fight.
Let's off a Yoga Fire.
The last round. It's now or never. Inferno to turn up the heat. Poses them with a kick. Oh man, this is a scary range. Also, getting in some real damage. What will they do next? Player 1 is in a very good spot now. Lightning kicks. Are they going to be able to come back and stack victory from the jaws of closes it out?
I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Reaches out with the lightning kick. Peppers them with the lightning kicks.
Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. With a perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round.
Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Early round decisions are so important. Add a little super juice into this combo for more damage. How is this round going to develop?
Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. KO. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet.
With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their capitalizes on every mistake and picks up the perfect KO.
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Fight.